Hey guys, this is Top 6 College Football Rundown.
Run down!
Down!
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're here with the show where we run down the top 6 conferences in college football. Today we're going to start with the Atlantic Coast Conference. Number 11, Clemson. They lost at Georgia Tech this week, surprisingly, 31-17. Are no longer unbeaten, but I still think they're going to the ACC title game. I don't know about you. And they play Wake Forest this week. There's no competition in their division. And my bigger question, do you think they'll win at South Carolina at the end of the season?
Yes.
Oh, you heard it right here. Number 23, Georgia Tech. They won a big game at home against Clemson. They needed that win bad. And I still think they're going to lose the Virginia to Virginia Tech.
Battle of the Techs.
And Virginia Tech, they are ranked 12th still. And they won against Duke in an ugly game, 14-10.
Just barely.
They play at Georgia Tech this week. Do you think they can win on the road at Georgia Tech?
I don't think so. I think Georgia Tech will take the win.
Alrighty. Moving on to the Big 12. We have number 6, Oklahoma. Absolutely murdered Kansas State.
58-17.
And they play Texas A&M at home this week. Will they look ahead and get surprised? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Kansas State dropped to number 14 after losing at home to Oklahoma. I still think they're overrated at 14, and I think they're going to get crushed this week again against Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Number 3, Oklahoma State. Man, did they kill Baylor.
59-24. The score does not lie.
They take on Kansas State this week at home. They'll be a big favorite in the Big 12 as long as they keep doing what they're doing. I hope they don't look past this game against Kansas State, but honestly I can't say I would be able to pick Kansas State over them because Kansas State blows. All right, Texas A&M, they lost to Missouri and fell out of the rankings, losing 38-31 in the overtime. They play at Oklahoma this week. Yeah, I don't think they're going to win that game. Texas Tech, they got ranked and beat Oklahoma and then got thrashed at home by Iowa State.
Iowa State.
You said that it was a fluke. You were right, Arvin. It was a complete fluke. We'll never see this again. They play at number 21, Texas, this week, who won against Kansas in very impressive fashion, 43-0. Texas might still creep in there to the rankings and hold on for a while. Now we'll move on to the Big East, or the Big Easy. West Virginia is still at number 25. They had a bounce-back win against Rutgers, 41-31. They play Louisville this week. Now, moving on to the Big Ten, or the big, insane whatevers. We don't know what's going on in conference.
Whoa!
Number 17, Michigan State, got stoned 24-3 at Nebraska this week. Can somebody win on the road in the Big Ten? We have yet to see a big win on the road in the Big Ten play.
Definitely.
And they play at home against Minnesota this week. That's an ECW. Nebraska stunned the world by destroying Michigan State 24-3. They're home against Northwestern this week. I still think they're third in the division. What do you think, Harden?
I think they're still will be third in the division.
Number 15, Michigan won this week at home easily against Purdue, 36-14. They play at Iowa this week. Now, Iowa used to be a tough team in Big Ten play. Do you think they still are, or do you think that they'll just get throttled?
I don't think they'll really get throttled, but they will definitely get beaten. Michigan is a pretty good team, even still, but they're not that good.
So the question becomes: Michigan, Nebraska, and Michigan State all have one conference loss, and Michigan and Nebraska still have to play each other. Michigan State still has to play at Iowa, but their schedule, I guess, is easier. Do you think Michigan State wins the Big Ten Legends?
Yes.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say I don't think Michigan State can win at Iowa. I'm still going to pick Michigan until I see another loss out of them. Number 20, Wisconsin. They lost again on the road in the Big Ten, 33-29. They made the same mistakes 2 weeks in a row. They threw the ball for intentional grounding. They got a punt blocked, and they gave up a big play at the end of the game. I think they've just lost themselves to the Big Ten.
Pretty much.
I don't see them coming back and taking away the division from Penn State, who is at number 16, ironically enough, after another low-scoring win. They went 10-7 at home. They're 5-0 in the Big Ten. Are they the best team in the Big Ten?
We have still yet to see.
Arvin says that every week I bring this up. Now we're going to move on to Arvin's conference, the Pac-12.
All right, so taking on the Pac-12 first is number 4 Stanford. They won against USC 56-48 in triple overtime.
Crazy game.
Andrew Luck is looking pretty crazy. I still wouldn't say that he should be number 1 for Heisman, just because, I mean, it's the tight ends, the running back. I mean, it's not just him that makes the team. And, you know, the teams are not that much. Number 8, Oregon destroyed Washington State 43-28. They'll probably beat out Stanford just because they're just a better team. And then we have number 19, Arizona State. They beat Colorado 48-14, and will make it to the Pac-12 title game. But they'll lose to Oregon, and they'll beat UCLA this weekend.
Yeah, Pac-12, pretty standard. Same thing we've been saying all year. I don't know why Stanford's ranked so high. I don't know why Oregon dropped one. I don't think Stanford's better than Oregon.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Moving on to the SEC, number 1 LSU and number 2 Alabama both had a bye week, and we get to see Judgment Day Saturday.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good game.
I'm betting LSU. He's betting
Alabama, so it'll be interesting.
Number 7 Arkansas barely won at Vanderbilt 31-28, and they moved up, and they played nobody. I mean Vanderbilt, man, but they'll. I still think they'll beat South Carolina this week because it's a home game, and South Carolina looked miserable against Tennessee this week. They won 14-3. Tennessee is 0-5 in the SEC, but for some reason, no one can score on them.
Yeah.
So they're ranked 9th. I don't agree with that ranking. Now, a ranking I do agree with is Georgia at number 18. They won versus Florida 24-20, and while it wasn't like a very impressive one, I think it was a big win for them because they don't usually beat Florida.
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
And they play New Mexico State this weekend. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Number 22, Auburn beat Mississippi 41-23, and they were at home. They have a bye week this week. So, that's our run through. Now we'll go through to comments from you, the viewers. Well, we just have 2 from the same guy. His
Quarterback 73.
And Quarterback 73 starts off by saying, in his first comment, "You guys suck. You don't know anything about college football, so you should just stop. I feel like an idiot for looking up your videos and listening to them. I will not make that same mistake again." Then he goes on further to say, "I forgot to mention that you don't know how to speak properly. Do they have speech classes at Wisconsin? Because I would recommend that you both take it next semester. Example, and Robert Griffin III is number 6. I believe it would go, and Robert Griffin III is number 6.
Now, might I say that when you put the comment, you said, "cause I would recommend," it would be "because I would recommend"?
Yeah, I'm also just going to say, we looked up this guy's information. He's an Arizona State fan. He's a subscriber.
Boo!
I'm sorry, your team sucks. Okay?
They'll get blown up by Oregon. Boo!
They lost to Illinois. Okay, that's a joke. I'm not even going any further into that. I mean, this is just hate mail.
Yeah.
Okay? Give me something real. I'm sorry. Give me something real. All right, and then we'll move on to the Heisman watch. Andrew Luck is still number 1. I don't agree with it. I just don't think he's on. It's the best player on the best team, and he's not on the best team. Number 2 is Trent Richardson. That's not a shocker. Number 3, Kellen Moore is holding tough in there. I don't know why. Case Keenum's number 4. He's hanging tough, too. Then Landry Jones slides up to 5th this week after an impressive performance at Kansas State. And Brandon Weeden, the Oklahoma State quarterback, comes in 6th. And I think he's actually going to win it all. Because I think Oklahoma State is better than anyone's giving them credit for.
Yeah, and they'll get him major points.
Well, that's it.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.